Hey guys, I'm here to show you how I prep my units before the sewing machine. So here I'm using our 13 by 5 lace frontal loose curl texture, and that is provided by Ecstasy Co. And then I have our 22-inch dome head, which is the average human size head that you will use for most clients. And then also here I have our mesh dome cap. I really like using this cap. I tried other cap methods, but this is my favorite so far. And I'll update you if I use anything different. But here also I'm using our T-pins, which are used to keep the dome cap in place, and also the frontal or closure, just to keep them in place as I am sewing and mapping everything out. And then I'm also using the curved needle, and that is to sew down the closure or the frontal, but I end up doing that at the end. And here also I'm using metallic markers. Those can be purchased at Joann Fabrics or Michael's or any fabric store, or any like Target or Walmart as well. Now here I am just stretching the cap out, and I'm going to go ahead and place it on the dome head. Now my dome head has lines already because I use this for coloring and mapping everything. So the line I just pointed at, that is the front. That is where the cap will stop at the front, and then in the back, that is where the cap will stop at the nape area. So it's pretty much already kind of mapped out from previous use, but yeah. And also, I'm sorry, you can purchase those dome caps at your local beauty supply, or you can shop on Amazon and find those as well. I find it pretty easier to shop on Amazon for those. At the beauty supply store, it's kind of hard finding the ones that I like to use. I'm doing Impossible. So yeah, you see me here struggling a little bit because my stand is kind of loose. I need another one. But yeah, so I'm just making sure that the cap is on, secured and correctly, before I go ahead and place the frontal on.
I'm stuck. Hold on.
So now I'm just folding it in half, because you want to place the frontal on correctly in center. You want it to be equally placed on each side. So I find it easy to fold it in half and then place the T-pin in the middle before I go ahead and put it on the dome cap.
Wait, let's do some.
And as I stated, I do have bundles and closures and frontals available at ecstasyonline.com. Now, here I'm just pointing to the middle part of the dome head, because I use that as a guideline as well to help with placement. And that just helps it a little bit easier to get it in the middle. So when you're placing the frontal on, you want to make sure you can get it as flat as possible, because you want your, when you map everything out, you want it to come out seamless, and when you sew everything on, you just want it to be perfect as possible. So I'm just making sure that it is laying as flat as I can get it.
Dang! Oh, I'm telling you, bro.
And you just see me keep adjusting, because like I said, I wanted to make sure it's flat as possible, because any wrong move, your wig can come out bulky. So you see how it's flat, and you want to place it like maybe at the corner to leave just a little bit of an ear tab
I'm doing edit now.
at the bottom. So now I'm just going ahead and doing the other side. Now when it's all said and done, you will want to have a M in the front. So it should be shaped like an M in the front, and that is how you will know that your frontal is placed the right way. And then also you just want to look and make sure it's flat in the back as well.
Oh, you did this one.
You see how it's like an M shape in the front. And I just had to make sure. I like to always just keep going over and checking because I try not to be a perfectionist, but I kind of am. And then here I have hair clips. It's always best to have hair clips to just clip them to the side, clip some hair to the side, or you can braid it down, whichever one you prefer. During this method, I just clip it to the side because I'm just really just about to sew it down. So I didn't feel like braiding it or anything right now, but yeah. So now I'm just trying to adjust the camera so you guys can see what I'm going to do next. So now I'm just going to take my metallic marker and I'm going to go ahead and start mapping. Now I start my first line above the band on the dome cap because you want to give a little room at the bottom, just so you know it'll be, your client will be able to have it secure around the nape area. Or not only that, I use that part to put my logo and also my hair clips. So you just want to give it a little space. So I start drawing from the middle outward and I just go across. And I just follow this method all the way up to the top. So here I am measuring the width of the line. So how I measure is I use my thumb for spacing. So it should be a thumb space apart, if I said that right. Each line, only up until you get to the top part, but you'll see that once I get up there. So here I'm just, mapping, nothing spectacular. And it was kind of bunching up on me a little bit, so I just had to pull it down just a little bit. Just a little readjustment. But yes, I'm doing that. I will drop another video on how I sew it down on the sewing machine and everything, but I just wanted to show you the foundation first, and then I can show you guys the next step on the next video. And you may see me struggling with the marker a little bit. That's why I have more than one, because they tend to dry out really quick, especially if you make a lot of wigs. They don't last long, so you may see me struggling a little bit, and you may see me switch out the marker. And when you do purchase your metallic markers, I do recommend a light color, such as like gray, like I have, so you can see the lines. when you are sewing.
I mean, my customer maybe.
Oh, and excuse my son if I didn't say it already. In the background, he is playing the game. Gamer moms, I know you understand.
Oh my God, my walls.
And now I'm looking for my other marker because I actually had 3, but I only showed you guys 2.
I'm telling you, bro.
And I couldn't find it, so I just used the other one again to the best of my ability. And I'm really at the point where I kind of don't need the mapping anymore, but I still, you know, just do it because it does make it easier as you go. And when I post my next video on how to sew it on the sewing machine, you will see what I mean when I say it makes it easier to just follow the lines. Now I am getting to the top part, and this is where the lines will be a little bit closer, because at the top you don't want it to be really spacious in between the wefts, because you don't want any gaps. So you want to do your wefts a little bit closer at the top. And with that, I just use my index finger to map that out. So you will use your thumb for measurement at the back, and then when you get closer to like the top of the head, you will use your index finger. And like I said, the more you do it, it honestly becomes second nature. So you'll find yourself not even doing it anymore. And then if you're like me, I use the same dome head for all your units to measure them out. The lines will automatically be there. So you'll really just be following those lines that's already on there. But yeah. And you'll just take that all the way up to the top, all the way till you get to the brim of the frontal. And you will map around the frontal or closure, whichever one you are using. And that is just to help you to know where to stop when you are using the sewing machine. And see, all mapped out. So when you take it to the sewing machine, all you have to do is just place your tracks and follow those lines. Follow your guidelines. And that is it. I'm all done. And